We have another new Marvel trailer on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, and that is for Eternals, which we've been waiting so long for. At this point, I think they've probably had a trailer all set and ready to go for at least a year at this point, because this movie was supposed to come out last November, now it's coming out this November, so it's a whole back and forth, and we've just been waiting so long to see some stuff from this movie. We got our first look a couple weeks ago with the Marvel Studios Celebrates the Movies thing, but that was just a couple seconds of footage, but now we have a full trailer, and it's called a teaser trailer, but this is a 2-minute trailer, so it's basically a full-on regular trailer. And we do also have our first poster as well, which you can see here, which looks amazing. And this trailer, it's hard to describe how it makes me feel, because it doesn't necessarily get me hyped for this movie like something something more like the Falcon the Winter Soldier, WandaVision. Like the trailers for those were like action packed and like really bright and colorful and stuff, and they really seem like superhero things. But the thing about this is that it doesn't really feel like a superhero movie. It feels, well, as a lot of people have been saying, this is an Oscar contender right here, and it does really feel like an Oscar movie, and it's definitely different for the superhero genre, but I'm excited to see this new, spice of variety in our superhero life. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, let's go ahead and break down this teaser trailer. So we start off the trailer with just some beautiful shots, very Chloe Zhao, because of course she is the director, and Nomadland, she actually just won 2 Oscars for. Was a very outdoorsy nature thing. So it seems like her kind of vibe as a director is just like nature and like some great natural nature shots. So we got a great ocean and some mountains here. And looks like we got, I don't know if you'd call them cavemen or just like, not... Yeah, I don't even know. They're basically cavemen for the most part, except they're not actually living in caves. But this is from like thousands and thousands of years ago, uncivilized people, and all of a sudden this giant alien spaceship shows up, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And we did actually see this ship leaked in Lego sets, actually. So then, as you can see, the Eternals are arriving. So we've got Richard Madden's Icarus, and he and Gemma Chan's Sersi are here together. And something weird about this is that in the trailer, I feel like they kind of hint at maybe like a romantic relationship between these two, which is kind of weird because she's also with Dane Whitman, which we'll talk about more later. But we get a great shot of Angelina Jolie's Thena. She looks great, all powered up here. Also, Salma Hayek's Ajax. She's actually the leader of the Eternals. She looks great here. I mean, the helmet looks a little funky, but still looks cool. Brian Tyree Henry as Phastos. He's going to be the first gay superhero in the MCU, so that's pretty cool. He looks great here. Marvel Studios logo, which looks great with all the like gold, I don't even know what you call it, in the background. Then we get a little demonstration of their powers. How like this, I believe this is probably Thena, just based off the bit of armor you can see. Looks like she is making this plant grow with her powers, which is just awesome. And you see that they've come to Earth now, and they're basically just living with these people, kind of like as gods, and they're trying to help them out and help them further society, and giving them all these things like this golden dagger. And as you can see, they're all bowing down to them as if they're gods, and they basically are gods. It's like when Thor showed up, it's like, wow, he is literally a god to us. And I mean, especially these people, since it's thousands and thousands of years ago, they haven't seen much in their lives. So this is just absolutely insane to them, and they just see these Eternals as gods. And this, I believe, I don't know for sure, but I believe it was like the gates of Babylon or something like that. But this is something from thousands and thousands of years ago. So the Eternals are going to be here through the process of that being built, which is honestly really cool, and kind of reminds me of Loki, how we're going to be seeing things like D.B. Cooper and stuff like that from history, and kind of these unsolved mysteries. So there's a beautiful shot here of that giant fortress gate thing around the whole city. That is just amazing and beautiful right there. This November. Great font there. So yeah, Sersi, she's just living life, and seems like she's starting to realize that this is their life now. This is what they're going to do for the rest of their life. We get a great shot of Sprite. So she looks cool there. Also, Barry Keoghan's oh, I forgot his name, but he is, I think, maybe at least going to be one of the villains of this movie, because his character is very much kind of like a Loki or like a Maximus to the Inhumans, where it's like he's an Eternal, but he's also not really on their side. So that could be one of the big twists in the movie or something like that. But here he is in his suit actually powering up. We get a great shot of alongside Sersi and I believe maybe Makari. They're all doing some sort of cool spiritual ritual there. Athena, again with her sword, we actually saw that in a sneak peek a couple weeks ago. Then this part is the part that makes me think something weird's going on here, because this, again, is Icarus and Sersi, and looks like they are in a romantic relationship. But in this movie, we also know that she is going to be having a romantic relationship with a human as the years go on, because as you can see, time has passed here. These two are still romantically involved, but then, well, it's actually later in the trailer, but this was another great part here. How we have this Bollywood dance number, which is kind of awesome. We've heard about this being in the movie with Kumail Nanjiani's character of Kingo. So he is basically what the Eternals are going to do now that they've been on Earth for all these thousands of years. They're going to adapt to life. They're basically going to try and blend in. And Kingo's thing is that he is now a Bollywood star. So it's cool that we're getting this full Bollywood dance number there. Of course, got Kumail with his giant muscles now, so that's awesome. Sprite is just having a good time. Looks like maybe on a plane, at a bar, but you know, she's an adult in a kid's body, so I guess that's all right. But then here's Sersi with Dane Whitman, who in the comics becomes the Black Knight, and of course played by Kit Harington. And so, as you can see, as time goes on, she starts to fall more in love with the humans, actually romantically. So things don't end up well for her and Icarus, unless it's a three-way. But who knows how things are going there. But then really the money shot, the big team-up style shot of the trailer is just so beautiful. You've got all of the Eternals in their suits here, and they just look so good, so good. I love the way they look. We've seen what they look like based off merchandise and action figures and stuff, but they look so much better in this actual trailer. So I love the way they look. They just look so good. And then we do get this little clip at the end of the trailer, which I thought was pretty funny. How you had Sprite, and she was saying like, now that Captain Rogers and Tony Stark or Iron Man are gone, who's gonna lead the Avengers? And then Icarus like, oh, you know, I could lead the Avengers, and everybody's like, yeah, no. Honestly, probably in the future, I'm assuming it's probably going to be like maybe either Captain Marvel or maybe even Sam Wilson Captain America. Either one would be cool, but obviously everybody thinks that's hilarious. Although, would not surprise me if some of the Eternals ended up in the Avengers, specifically maybe Sersi and Dane Whitman. Maybe even Icarus as well, but anyways, guys, November 2021, The Eternals. We finally have an actual trailer for this movie, which it's kind of insane to see. It's kind of like the same thing with Venom Let There Be Carnage. Just like we've been waiting so long for these trailers, it's weird to say that we've actually seen a trailer now, but it was a great trailer. I'm definitely more hyped for this movie than I was before, but I'm definitely interested to see more. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. What do you think about the first official trailer, or I guess technically teaser trailer, for Marvel Studios' Eternals? So thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.